Cool.
Here we go. Welcome to the Donut Shop Chronicles. I got a Las Vegas exclusive this morning. I got the Godfather here. Good morning, Godfather.
Good morning, brother. Thanks for having me on the show, man.
Thanks for saying yes. Honestly, this is a bigger favor to me than anything, man. I'm a big fan of you. I'm a Papa Shango fan.
Oh, you going back?
I'm fully tattooed.
Not fully tattooed. I remember Iverson and some other athletes having tattoos, but man, back then, like I've been tatted up since I think I got my first tattoo in '84, and there was no black people with tattoos in '84, and I mean no, unless you're in a fraternity or maybe on there was no tattoos, and I've always been different, bro. I always do things that other people don't do, and so I always wanted to get tatted up. I started in like '84, and by '87, I was already tatted up, back, chest, everything, man.
Well, because you look like actually you grew up around a bunch of bikers or something, or that was your friends, or it seems like you actually are almost a biker.
And from '83 to just before I got into the WWF, to '88, '89, I was a full-time patch-wearing biker. We had a club out here called the Thugs, which was a motorcycle club. I was the only black guy in it, but I was also the biggest guy in it. And I was the vice president. But yeah, man, it was just about as close to an outlaw club as you can get.
That's awesome. And I've never heard you ever speak on that. I've never saw that, never read that anywhere before. And I'm glad we covered that because that kills a lot of curiosity right there, because you've always looked like a big bad biker.
There's a picture out there with me and 4 other guys, and I'm probably 340, and I'm all bikered up. We just got back from Sturgis. I'd be at Sturgis. I'd be the only black person at Sturgis. But I didn't care, dude. I loved riding Harleys. I've always rode them. I don't ride them anymore. I've given it up, but I rode for a long time, man. I was the type of dude that had a car, a truck, and a bike, and when it rained, I still rode my bike, you know. Yeah, when I got into the wrestling, I was a biker, and they made me a voodoo man, but I was a biker.
Yeah, you always looked like a biker, actually being sleeved like that. And they looked like they were a bunch of like evil tattoos and all that too. So yeah, like you said, Vince said you had a baby face. That was true. You do have the baby face, but you had that crazy ass wild body. I mean, literally, you're a giant actually, and you've always had that persona of being a badass. And actually, are you a badass?
I was pretty tough back in the day. I'm getting older now, so I'm not trying to be out there and fight anybody, but I used to be pretty tough guy.
Yeah. Well, you look pretty damn tough, honestly.
I'm getting older now. I'm not trying to fight nobody, but
that's why you're a Raider. You love that black, huh? That's why you love the Raiders, because you love dressing in that black and silver.
From the Bay Area, man, and like I said, I'm a little older. I got out of high school in 1979, so back then I'm from the Bay Area, man. That's what we had. We had the Raiders. So from about 74, 75 to 79, I went to a lot of Raider games, and they were the team that played like I felt.
Yeah, you Lyle Elzado, huh? That was your man.
Lyle was a cool dude. They had a lot of cool, crazy cats. You know, they had a lot. Matuzak, Stabler was crazier than any of them.
You're never been on steroids, right? That's a whole natural body on you.
I tried steroids. I was a power lifter like in 83, 84, you know, and I tried some stuff, and I don't know how long I tried it. It wasn't long. To be honest, I didn't like sticking a needle in me. Even though I'm all tatted up, I didn't like it, man. And so I did it for a short time. Real short time. It didn't really do nothing to me but break me out. So I got off of it. I might have tried something else a little later, but for the most part, man, I probably got 3 months worth of steroids in this 60-year-old body.
I'm hoping that this leads to somebody calling you for a rap video. Honestly, hopefully somebody watches and like, you know what? I gotta put this guy in my video. You need because you see Ric Flair, he's getting some rat videos and he's got his little publicity thing going, and I totally believe, like, man, I know Godfather and no videos, and if in a rap video as Papa Shango, that man, we're gonna drum you up some business hopefully today.
You never know. I'm pretty busy though, man. I'm pretty busy doing a lot of stuff. You know,
Oh, you seriously busy.
I'm heavily involved in the cannabis business in LA and was just starting out here. I've got my own line of CBD Delta 8 products coming out real soon. I'm really busy, man. I'm still gone every weekend and just enjoy life. But I stay really busy.
Tell me how you feel about cannabis right now, knowing that you and me had to hide it for so long, and the trouble that came with it, and all this and all that. And now it's finally our time. Like literally, like we've paid our dues, and thank you. Finally,
for one, I never hit it. And I've been, I mean, the whole Godfather time. I mean, I was in, what was that, mid-90s? I was telling people that I used to tell people that where they said, well, it's going to be legal one day. And I mean, like, it's not now. I mean, I used to go, anywhere I went, I would smoke. If I went to a restaurant, and I think I got kicked out of one hotel in all those years, and I was checking out anyway. And I used to go to restaurants and every place and clubs and smoke. And the worst what people would tell me is like, hey, Godfather, you got to go out back and smoke. I'd be like, all right, cool. But I've been preaching about it, talking about it for a long time because it changed my life for the better.
Is it the only drug? Is it your only drug of choice, weed, or anything you've ever been addicted to?
I don't consider it a drug. And plus the fact that it's recreational here, so it's legal. I've never considered it a drug. I consider prescription pills and stuff like that drugs. I was heavily into prescription pain medicine up until I was 27, and I tried cannabis for the first time in my life.
27, huh?
I was Papa Shango. I was going through a divorce, and somebody in LA got me to try it. And man, my workout was better. My knees felt better. My back felt better. I had a better attitude. I smiled more, and it stuck with me. So, I mean, at that point, I was drinking a lot and taking a lot of pills. I still have a shot of Jack every now and then, but I don't take any prescription medicine whatsoever. And I just started taking Delta 8. I don't even know if you know what that is, but I just started taking Delta 8, which is just coming out. You've heard of CBD, you've heard of hemp, but they actually have something called Delta 8, which is legal. And until I have a feeling that they're going to take it off the market because I've been smoking Delta 8 this morning. And you see, I got a smile on my face. And I'm pretty surprised because I normally just smoke THC. And I've been smoking this Delta 8 for the last couple of days. And it's pretty cool. I always tried to get the best flower I could get. And then when I started dabbing, I mean, Jesus, some of this stuff here is like, 80, 90%.
What's the best flower? Asking the Godfather right now. What is the best
Dr.
flower?
Green Thumbs, Be Real in California has Dr. Green Thumb dispensaries. Take it from an OG. OG. They've been putting out Kush before anybody else. They were putting out Kush 89, 90, 91, somewhere in there. And that's before people even heard about it. But they were putting that out in LA. The original is Kinsey Kush. No matter what anybody tells you, the original Kush is Kinsey Kush. Came out of LA. OG meaning ocean grown. And it's the best. And they've kept those strains alive. And Dr. Green Thumbs in California. And they have the fire, bro. The fire, I'm telling you. If you have a chance to get their premium insane, and the fact that I have my own strain coming out with them pretty soon.
Jungle Boys too.
Jungle Boys more seeds.
I love. Well, they're hard to get. Seeds are kind of. You ain't gonna get no Jungle Boy seeds really on this side of the map. You'll have to travel over there to get them. Oh yeah, it's
out here.
Yeah, I was just in Vegas. I wish we could have done this a little bit before because I was just in Vegas in October. I was like, oh man, I would have loved to link up with you because actually, I was like, man, I should have brought weed because I was like, I can't find no weed out here, and I was like, oh man. But I smelt a lot of weed, but I smelt a lot of nasty weed, and I was like, oh wait.
I don't buy from the dispensary, so I don't really know what they offer. I've never bought anything from a dispensary, so most of the people I know, I know people.
Oh, I bet you know people. You're the Godfather. You know what I mean? That's like, look, I'm having a weed conversation with the Godfather. Years ago, I was watching you on TV, like, oh man, this is one cool mofo right here. And now, look, I'm conversating with you about weed. I'm gonna link up with you when I get to Vegas. Man, this is totally different world right now.
Talk about weed. I gotta take a bong hit. Jeez, I'm gonna go ahead and take a flower hit now.
Go ahead and take a flower hit, because then I'm gonna get off of weed in a minute, and I want to ask you about you being Owen Hart's last match.
Oh, well, I'd rather talk about that before I smoke a hit. What do you want to know?
I just want to know, how crushed were you when all that transpired? Like, that's a big burden to put on somebody, literally, to be the last. I mean, that hurt you, and that probably still hurts you.
Not, sad day. Owen was a good dude. It was a rough day. I mean, because I'd spent a lot of time with Owen that day. We were talking about our match, and I knew Owen pretty well anyway. And, I watched him rehearse one time and, just hung out with him. And last I seen him, he was heading up, to go because I think he got dressed up there. If I'm not mistaken, he even actually got dressed up there. But just a sad day, man. It's sad for everybody, not just me. It's sad for everybody. There's been so many bad incidents in wrestling that, just like, I'm not even going to get into the things, but just sad day.
Tell me who the biggest pussy in wrestling is.
What do you mean by pussy?
That's exactly what I mean. The biggest pussy, the biggest mouth running, backing up, completely nothing, arrogant, can't stand to be around, useless mofo in wrestling. Who is it?
Dude, I can't tell you anybody like that when I was there. There might be some people like that now, but dude, when I was there, everybody was pretty cool. I can't come up with nobody's name like that, man. I mean, I was cool with people. They were cool with me. Thing about me, man, I don't judge people by what other people say. I judge you by how you treat me. And even like the Ultimate Warrior, people couldn't stand that son of a gun. But I had no problem with him, man. He was cool with me. And people, I'm one of the few people that talk nice about him. I can't think of nobody like that, man. I mean, back then, man, back then when I was there, you were the end of so many great careers and the start of so many new ones, but everybody was like, oh, gee, man. I mean, I really can't think of no piece of shit that I'd be like, man, I can't stand this motherfucker. I can't come up with a name.
Wow.
Have you heard of some names?
No,
names I can tell you. He was kind of, I don't remember no pussies, man. I mean, everybody back then there was a lot of big, tough guys and athletes and weightlifters and, dude, everybody had a little bit of toughness to them.
Does Vince test for weed?
I have no idea.
No. Did he test when you were wrestling?
Yes, he did.
Also, he came to you basically like the Iron Sheik constantly. You failed.
I have a deal with the WWE and F.
Oh, you wrote that in your persona, huh?
We keep my drug policies alone. But yes, they were tested for weed when I was there, along with a lot of other things.
What can you tell me about the Iron Sheik? I love that guy, man. I love that place.
That jabroni. I can tell you that you don't know. I was cool with Sheik. He was cool. I didn't hang with the Sheik. He was in a different group than I was. He was always cool around me, but I didn't hang out with him at night. I didn't hang out with him during the day. I was friendly with them, but we hung in, like, me and our crew, BSK, man, we hung at strip clubs. We didn't just hang out, and we weren't, if you weren't in the strip club scene, you weren't part of the crew. You
hung out with some actually pretty tough dudes. Now, actually, that crew you guys were, that BSK, that actually was some pretty tough dudes. Stepping out of wrestling, that definitely, yeah. Those weren't some dudes you wanted to mess with. Definitely not in the nudie bar scene. You definitely didn't want to get crunched in front of some ladies, definitely. Which makes it bring me to a point. The Godfather and what you do now, your job at Cheetahs?
No more.
No more?
We sold Cheetahs 2 years ago.
Oh man, I was like, that is so similar. Like literally, that Godfather role was actually, it wasn't even a role. Somebody just somehow was like, you're acting yourself. That's what you. It's so intertwined. Like, listen, you were the Godfather at work too.
Rod Simmons used to laugh and say, "Man, if these people only know, man, you've been fooling these people forever. You getting paid for being what you are."
There we go.
Godfather
Thank you
was
for
and
saying
still
it.
is the most truest, realest gimmick. True to, like, I don't know if Charles Wright's Godfather's Charles Wright. It's one and the same, bro. But that was the realest gimmick you'll ever see.
Well, I think the
I mean,
Godfather
maybe
is your
Ric
alter
Flair
ego.
might have me, but it'd be close.
You're the Godfather's your alter ego. It's actually it's your superhero. You know what I mean? If something happens to you, yeah.
The Godfather is me. I act just like that. How you see me now, I act the same. All the Godfather was me, Charles Wright, being Charles Wright and having fun. And to this day, that's how I still am.
You're still chasing around white women like crazy, then, is what you're telling me?
Bro, I've been married for 20 years. I didn't mess with them hoes, man. I never
messed with any of the hoes.
I never messed with them hoes.
All right.
That's like being a drug dealer and doing your own drugs. I would set the guys up with the girls and stuff, but the deal that actually, if you want to know the truth, the deal that I had with the girls is they're the ones that brought me my weed. And so after, so when the girls would come meet me, they would always bring me weed. And then, so I never had to carry weed with me. I always had the girls, and every place I go.
Right now. And it better not be that championship weed belt behind you.
The thing that I am most proud of as in possession is my new strain of cannabis coming out. And in fact, give me a second. I'll show you what the bag looks like. Give me 1 second.
All right. Hold on, America. He's coming back.
Oh, I'm right here.
Hey, look at Papa Shango.
This is let me see if you can see the bag, if I can get it in there. It's gonna be called
Insane Godfather.
Insane Godfather.
All right, there we go. I like I love the
bag, and that because it's my strain. It was developed for me. It's some good stuff, and I'm probably more proud about having my own strain than anything, to be honest. You know, I'm gonna get the breaking because I shouldn't have brought it over.
I know you're probably good friends with Be Real, right?
I'll see him tomorrow. I do his podcast once a week, and
Burner, right?
Huh?
And
Burner's Cookies. Be Real's Dr. Green Thumb.
I'm just saying, you're friends with Burner too, right?
I'm not. I don't know Burner. I've never met Burner. But I've known Be Real since probably oh my God, 92, 93.
Dang, I'm surprised because Burner's opening cookies on the Strip.
Yeah,
so
but I mean,
reached out to the Godfather for.
Burner ain't just hanging around and stuff. I just ain't run across him yet. I mean, him and Be your friends. I just ain't run across them yet.
Oh yeah, how many cannabis cups you think you've been to?
Oh, not that many. Not that many, probably 3 or 4. I will start going more because when they were, before the COVID and they were doing that, I was kind of restricted what I could do because I was still under contract with them. But once they open up, I'll go to some more, and actually people now are reaching out to me trying to get me to do appearances at them because now the world is opening back up. So you'll see, I've judged a lot of cannabis events, but usually they send it to you.
Try to get you here this year if it haven't this year here.
Yeah.
Try to get you here. We have one in Michigan.
Bro, I'm in Indiana this week. I think I'm in North Carolina next week. I'm out there still, but it's mostly wrestling stuff. It's mostly wrestling appearances.
Oh man, well I'm coming to Vegas shortly again. We're gonna link up. One thing is I don't like interviewing certain people without getting to meet them in real life because I'm like, I don't want it just to be an internet interview relationship. I'm like, no, I got to go out there. We really got to link up just to make my interview mean more. That way my fans know that I really know these people and not just bullshitting with them.
Right. Well, shoot, we can link up, but
yeah, definitely.
You got to be careful coming over here because I'm gonna put you to the test to see if you really smoke.
Listen, I and I'm not even trying to toot my own horn at all, but I probably do 10 dabs, one sitting, just boom, 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 10. We're in different time zone, you know what I mean? So it's almost noon here. I'm probably 30 some dabs already in. Literally, I can
All
smoke.
right, how are you dabbing though? What do you mean by how are you dabbing?
As crazy as I dab a spoonful at a time.
What?
I get a spoon out.
Okay.
And I just dab with the nectar right off the spoon. Believe me, I'm gonna.
Those ain't dab hits.
That
ain't no dab hit. The dab hits when you fire up a big rig. That's cool though. The nectar collection.
Yeah, but I can't fire up no rig. Right here. But believe me, when we get together after we sesh, I'm gonna make you publicly apologize on the next episode for doubting my smoking capabilities, and we'll leave it right there.
When we smoke, we're not going to be doing no nectar collector. We're going to be
believe
doing
me,
dabs.
I'll put a half a gram in there and do it one right out of there.
I don't have the lungs to do that. I could smoke all day, but I'm not about to do no half a gram dabs. That's folks.
I'll go buy 4, 5, 6 pack of blunts and literally we'll put all them down right there. We'll actually just dump it all right there and throw the bag away. None's ever going back in there.
I'm probably 20 dabs a day out of a rig and probably an 8 to flower. And the flower is more for every morning I get up, I get in the jacuzzi and I usually roll up a couple joints and go in jacuzzi and smoke in there. And then the rest of the day it's dabs. I'm actually dabbing, I've been dabbing this Delta 8 today. So
I got you beat. I love you. You're my man and all, but I got you beat. You know what it is? You stole the Undertaker's urn, and now you think that you can do whatever. That's what it is. You're the only man to ever
was the biggest mistake of my life, stealing that damn urn.
And now you think that you can smoke anybody under the table because you stole an urn.
Bro, I'm not trying to say I'm the biggest smoker in the world, but generally most people, I'm just saying I smoke a lot, bro. And a lot of people think they smoke and they'll come by the house or hang out with me, and then they find out there's different levels of smoking. I ain't trying to be I'm not trying to be the biggest smoker in the world. I'm just telling you, bro, I smoke a lot. And I have yet to meet anybody to say, dude, I smoke a lot, man.
Oh, you're known for smoking. You are known for smoking. You and Rob Van Dam are known for smoking. You're the only two wrestlers literally that are known that have a smoking persona that comes with them. You and Rob Van Dam, you two are.
Yeah, Rob lives here in Vegas too, man. Rob's cool.
And Sabu's out there. All the stoners are headed to Vegas now. Let me ask you one more thing. What was better, Hulkamania era or the Attitude Era?
Attitude Era, bro. Attitude Era. By far.
Awesome.
But the Attitude Era involved more people than the Hulkamania era. That only involved a few people. What's cool about the Attitude Era, from the top of the card to the middle of the card to the bottom of the card, everything was relevant and everything had a story. Not just 2 or 3 top guys. The Attitude Era, you had mid-carder. I was a mid-carder, dude, and I was more over than most of the top guys.
Yeah, you got a major push. Once Vince saw the reaction with the hose, because America loves hose, he was like, run with it, big guy, run with it.
God bless. You know what? I'm still under contract. I'm under a Legends contract with them still. But God bless that organization and that whole universe, because they believe me, bro. They let me be me more than you can believe, and that was cool, man, because they were really cool with me.
Awesome. Hey, I'm not going to hold you up any longer. I know you got a bunch of stuff. You're actually going to this Raiders stadium. Lucky.
My youngest son's 18 today, and we're going to some type of walkthrough showing of the Raider Stadium.
All right. I definitely want to link back up with you so we can do a little more discussion. And
well, I want you next time you're in Vegas, you get a hold of me, and we're going to see what you got.
Well, we'll link.
But I will tell you this. I will tell you this. Don't pass out on me because I'll take some real ugly pictures of you.
Oh my God.
No, I mean, it's cool. I'm glad you spoke that much. It's cool.
We'll link
it's good
up,
for you.
and we'll link up and discuss when you're available, when I can come visit you in that, and then we'll definitely do that. I'm definitely coming out to see you. That's another thing.
Well, we'll
I want you to have a great day.
that.
Everybody, all the Donut Shop Chronicle fans, thank you for coming on, doing this. Actually, we love wrestling. We love the Mafia, and we love wrestling, man. Thank you. Right. You have a blessed day, Godfather. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Make sure everybody follow me on Instagram now, too. I'm the Godfather. You see some cool smoking videos.
And everybody pay attention. Godfather Strain coming soon.
You damn right.
Have a good one, Godfather.
All right, brother. See you soon, hopefully.